Okay, I'm here with Vivian Dancy, the athletic director of Galena Park ISD, home of North Shore and Galena Park High School, of course. All right, we're standing on this new field. What went into the process of this new field?
Well, we had gotten to a point where the field was 9 years old, and we felt like, we were having a few issues. The turf itself had gotten real flat. We did see a few little faults in kind of the layout and the way it looked like the field itself was shifting. So our board had approved that we could put in a new turf field. So I started looking at different college fields, just kind of looking, talking a little bit with Coach K and Coach Amorotos on, what would you want the field to look like? And we talked about the alternating light green, dark green, a little bit more color where it, would pop out. And we're going to do what we need to do because we think our kids deserve it. And just because, per se, we're on the east side of town, that, we don't have the resources that our kids need to make us better. So I started going on websites, looking at different college fields, looking at different designs, and sitting down with Hellas. Hellas had come out with something called Ecotherm to keep fields a little bit cooler. And Texas City at the time was the only one in Harris County that had it. So Coach K and I drove one morning to Texas City, walked that field, really liked it. And then from that point, then we knew we were going to put in the Ecotherm. And it's costly, and everybody knows I'm pretty frugal. But, when it comes to our kids, we're going to make sure they have, the best field or the best uniforms. So what I did, went back to the board, again, asked for a little bit more money to make the field very nice, and talk about color schemes. We're standing in an area where it's red. I mean, it's a sea of red. You go down on the other end, you have a sea of black and gold. And a lot of our fans have not seen the field yet, and I think they're going to be really happy if we ever get to play a game on it. And our former superintendent, Dr. Angie Williams, really had designed this logo when she first took office. And so we wanted to go with that logo. It's kind of a raw blue and white, very colorful. But once anybody comes out here, they're really going to enjoy. I think our kids like it. I've had some of the coaches say they think they can be pretty fast on this field. So we're going to enjoy it, and hope fans, when they do come out, that we can all enjoy the successes that especially North Shore has brought us.
And finally, talk about, the safety piece of it. It seems cooler. It seems like it's more shock absorbent. Just talk about some of the safety features that brings us.
The safety feature is the Elayer. That's the pad that goes underneath the artificial turf, plus sand. You have a sand base, then you have the actual, it's called an Elayer, that goes underneath. And we had an Elayer down, but over time we noticed that it was like a house. It was starting to shift. So when they pulled the field back and saw that we actually had a fault that you normally see in the mountains or California, talk about a fault line. Well, it had a straight line all the way down the field. So have to go back and ask for a little bit more money and to get that E-layer put in, because it acts as a shock absorber. So we're very happy with that. So I think it'll make our kids safer. The blades of the actual turf will stay up longer than flatten over time. And we just really think that was going to be a big safety feature on this field.
They built the first super stadium many years ago. Now they got state-of-the-art turf. Galena Park ISD is cutting edge on the east side. Vivian Dancy, Matt Malatesta. See you at the games.